Alright, what is up guys? Robbie-kohl here. We're going to be doing the second place deck profile for my Gear Chronicle. Top 4 did initially split, but as far as the bracket was concerned, I was moving on to the finals. I already knew I was going to lose to the
Grade 1 Rush.
Yeah, Grade 1 Rush guy. he dunked my asshole pretty hard in Swiss on round 6. But yeah, my matches, round 1 was Magia. As long as you don't have a field, they just win. Round 2 was Shadow Paladin. I don't remember anything about it. Round 3 was Great Nature. Let's just say letting me Sabreeze into Double History Maker while you're on your 9k base is GG. Round 4 was Shadow Paladin. He was the first person that took me to game 3 all day. Yeah, Spectral Diablo is really cute. Round 5 was against Vermilion Kaiser. You guys can see it on the feature match when we upload it. What happened? Round 6 was the feature match. Me versus Grand Blue Rush. Was over in 5 minutes. Can't beat that deck, no matter how hard I try. Round 7, Night Mist. Me and him ID'd. Bad beats to him. Not making it in the top with the ID, but was the safest bet. Top 8 was against the
Nova Grapplers.
Yeah, Nova Grapplers. Yay, Victor. Lost game 2 because not very good hand. Game 1 and 3 was just Phoenix to death. So that's what happened. So what am I doing here? Well, 3 Chronojet G and 3 Chronojet Dragon. So I'm very indifferent about this because in half of my matchups I want to see this. On the groovy turn I want to see this. Typically most matches I saw this, I could disrupt my opponent, went to town. Games where I saw this was just an explosive turn if they didn't have the PG, which was really nice. But still a 3-3 split was very optimal. The first few matches I saw only this guy, so I kind of just went to town with him. Not really much else to really say in regards to that. Having no guard restriction on him really sucks ass. And I can't stress that enough. Also, not being able to time leap with this also sucks. So, I'm not a big fan of this card. I like my counterblast, kick, punt, but it is what it is. And my last Grade 3 Square 1 Dragon. Enabler of combos, slow charge at the end of the turn, soul blast to make it a Grade 0. Extremely a good card. Come over here. Come talk with me, Austin. we can talk about...
Good card. We both play it.
We can talk about how this is better than Chronofang Tiger G.
Well, I play both.
Well, you know, you play Chronofang. That's okay. No, like, we still have TikTok here at multiples. So, this versus Chronofang Tiger G, I'm sure you can disrupt your opponent when they have the defensive trigger. It is what it is with the G, but if they don't have the defensive trigger, this thing just lets you extend your combo so much further than it really needs to go, and that's just so nice being able to hit for the additional 2 to 3 attacks, because you can go into the Malim off of this, the Malim can go down into the Dran, this can attack, time leap into more columns, so this being a combo enabler is just so ridiculous. So, all hail TikTok. Did come up with this deck at like 1 hour, 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday morning. So
right before the event.
So there is our Grade 3 lineup. 7 sticking with what we know. The Grade 0 is 2 TikTok, 3 is terrible, 1 is not enough. We have it in its full glory. Start with it, let your opponent disrupt it, laugh at them because you still have the second in your deck. Chronodran, the enabler of combos. Basically when you are swinging with your good friend, the 6-piece, you can time leap in another column, 18 or 11 and 7 is 18, or you can make an 11 and 11 column to pressure 2 more attacks after the Vanguard swing. So as long as they haven't hit a defensive trigger, this gives you 2 more attacks. It's fucking insane how stupid this card actually is. I remember when I wasn't a fan of it, but being able to overextend even further to commit more attacks is extremely dangerous. It's so good. Triggers, stuck with my mentality from the BWC. I wanted as many crits as I could get. So, little Chrono Volley. I also hate Zodiac triggers, but This little rabbit guy is so evil. Like, he deserves a spot. So playing Zodiac triggers because the one interaction with this guy giving them all 1,000, if at some point that actually happens.
And it is for each face up too, so they get not just 1,000, but they could get 3,000, 4,000 if your whole G zone's up.
This is real life. That doesn't happen.
It happens.
I mean, typically I killed most of my opponents on the first stride.
Yeah.
But yeah, 8 crits. I know a lot of people prefer stand triggers.
I went down. I have my 7 crits now. I had to go up.
But being able to just kill people, so fucking good. Now, my other trigger lineup is a bit weird. 2 little sheepies. Once again, Zodiac creature.
Hate him.
I hate the way he looks so bad, but I have to play him. Because Lucky Pot, I mean, sure, you could solo charge the Lucky Pot, but this is a 5k base with the Zodiac ability. So, 2 or water. Everyone, including my friends, were like, Robbie, you should play 3 or water. No.
I like 2. I like 3.
No, because I'd be playing 1 draw trigger. That's just fucking terrible. Like...
No, we went back and forth. Even in Fang, thinking about taking it down to 2, just because you see it.
But the thing is, like, you want to see this guy in your hand. I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
I mean, if I see it, I mean, sure, like, I can time leave it with a TikTok attacking a rear guard, sure.
I do like seeing my crit trigger when I go to warp.
And you're a different deck.
My crit trigger says...
So, only 2 were water. I mean, if it gets damage checked, it gets damage checked. I mean, that's the life I choose to live playing this deck. But just being able to draw more cards depending on the extension of the combo and so forth, which is extremely nice. So, there's those. And then 4 Hamtaro. The only saving grace to playing this ugly card is it's a machine Hamtaro. So
beautiful.
Man, every time you drive trick, it's like, I won't lose even though I'm small. Like, no, I'm big. Alright, so that's the triggers. Just 822 and whatnot. I start with the 3s and then go to the 0s and then go to the 2s.
You're weird.
Alright, so the 2s. 3 History Maker. I don't like more. I understand why you want to play more, but 3 is fine.
I like 3.
4 Upstream. This card's retarded. I can throw it down turn 1, let my opponent attack it, and not care because I'm playing 4. Just kind of a dupe bait. 2 Calibum. I don't want to ever play 3 of this card. This card is good to disrupt starters in the early game. 8k. So typically, depending on the flow, as long as your opponent is going second, you can go into this guy and attack the Vanguard to get off the extra damage, which is nice. And then going further in the game so you can put a trigger behind it and attack. But having it be 8k really sucks, but it is what it is. And then Glimmer Breath 2.0.
Back and forth with that card.
No, it wasn't even a back and forth with it. I drew it every time.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, I will ride this and call Calibum. Like, it's just a superior ride target.
It's just a ride target.
I mean, yeah, you can time leap History Maker with it to make it more powerful and do things like that, but the amount of times that I saw this as a one of was just too damn high.
Telling you a secret. Play more.
No, there's no room. The grade 1s, aka the good stuff. 4 Steam Breath. I know so many people prefer 3 and lower numbers. I like to be able to stride. One of the problems I have playing decks that only play 7 grade 3s is, well, you know, it's 7 grade 3s. So maximizing out on my stride fodders, just maximum results. I want to make sure I have that Chronojet in my hand. I can toss it out as a 7k to fix my grade 3 in my hand.
Or get whatever grade 3 you want. No. FYI on that as well. It searches out Chronojet or Chronojet G.
Yes.
So you can. So basically, if you get Chronojet G and you want Chronojet, you can always throw that down and get rid of it.
4 Malims, aka attack turn 1. Put a trigger behind it turn 2. If your opponent still hasn't killed it on the stride, you just kill your opponent. Amazing. I mean, you max it out because you have absolutely no reason to not want another TikTok or another water from your deck. PGs, I don't like the time leap one. Once again, I understand why people are playing it. Not my cup of tea. Damage, unflipping, maximize the longer the game goes. Just prefer it. GG. This card is my homie. I love this chick-making machine, drawing me those cash cards, returning her to the field off of a time leap to draw some more. And then Causality Dragon, this card's fucking trash, I fucking hate it, but on the good side, I can bring it out of upstream. So, just making that Vanguard attack even more threatening. So, 6-piece. Who doesn't love being able to kill your opponent on the first stride? I'd say a good half of my games this weekend were won by just the first stride alone. You can play down, take the extra turn on the grade 1 to stride first, kill your opponent on the swing of the Phoenix. Being able to just slam anywhere from 9 to 13 attacks, depending on how good your hand is insane. So, 6-piece, something you flip up with the 6-piece Chronos command. Hi, I'm also a Gear Dragon. This card's terrible, but in some world, if Gear Groovy hits, you get to resolve both effects. Sabreeze, I killed a guy this weekend because he decided to stay on grade 2, not ride. I had double history, or I had a grade 1, which got time leapt by a History Maker into another History Maker. History Maker time leaped the other History Maker into a Chronojet. And then the Vanguard just killed him, like, at 5 damage, mind you, so there goes your entire hand. So, there is that. Next up, 2 Revolution. We're back and forth between this and the other trash card known as Warp Drive Dragon. I don't like Warp Drive. This actually won me a game against one of the Shadow Paladin players because I was able to disrupt his entire board of 5 monsters and then time leap to just finish him off. It's one of those cards that you might not like or you might not want to play, but I mean, you already get the first key piece flipped face up with the Phoenix on the first stride, so having this as an alternate second stride depending on the situation you have, this is like one of the only situations that you need to deal with outside of your general skill tree. So there's that. So alright, for next stage, the 2 I stride into, the 2 I flip up, and I'll talk about Gear Groovy right now. So Gear Groovy is essentially an incredibly terrible card. Basically, you're going to go Gear Groovy. You can flip up one of these. You'll stride into this, and then you will swing with the next stage ability that you've just gained, and then you'll flip up the other one. So you'll still have your second next stage to just kind of go chugga chugga when you need to. But having a 3100 next stage is very pressuring, especially without the booster. Because when you get the Chronojet, no guard, you want to make sure that number is as high as it can be to ensure that your opponent doesn't fucking guard your shit. That's kind of the point of him. Now, being able to Soul Blast, flip up the copy, gain this ability, and gain Chronos Command. Chronos Command, sure, it's 3 Counter Blast. I get that. But it's worth the slots. Lost Age doesn't seem relevant to me. I don't see any real use to anything else. I mean, there'll be times where you won't go into this as your second stride. You'll go into just next stage. You'll save this for the third punch. It's all about the attack value and maximizing your numbers. So keep that in mind. G Guardians, 2 Uluru. Yeah. No extra. Okay, so let me tell you the story of Headerhound and the story of Spectral Diablo and the opponent's 1 creature on the board. My opponent decided to swing with a Spectral Diablo with just a Karen on the board. I went head around, targeted the Karen so that the Spectral Diablo couldn't restand because I took away its other sacrifice fodder. He was like, I can get anything. I can get the Sand Trigger, and then he gets the Death Eagle. And I just laughed. So...
card's a good one-off. We learned that.
I mean, you wanted to play 2. I mean, you were worried about Wiseman. I didn't play Wiseman all weekend, but it's so good. And then good old Rafana. Hi, that's a nice Causality Dragon you have on the board. Let me put that back right quick and get you a TikTok, fam. So, I mean, there's all the fun stuff there. So that's my general explanations. I wanted to play this deck as aggressive as I could. I was talking to someone on Vanguardians the other night about how he was playing Gears as a toolbox. Sure, you can play Gears as a toolbox, or you can play it as you're hitting your opponent in the face so much, they're losing resources. One of the things you need to understand when playing this deck is, it doesn't matter what unknowns your opponent has while playing the game. Every attack you're doing is either putting them one step closer to death, forcing cards out of their hand. As they lose cards, they're losing resources to play the game. So having a turn where they only have 2 cards, one of which is probably going to be to Stride, what do I have to worry about? You should be educated on all of your opponent's decks and everything that they can throw at you. So just keep that in mind while playing the deck. You're basically pinching away your opponent's resources, not allowing them to play the game, and nothing crazy should rise while playing the deck. So, guys, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I definitely enjoyed my free 200 cash for a free tournament. The next one's going to be $5. Boo fucking who. You're going to cover the price of the mat, and then it's still going to be a $1,000 cash tournament sometime in February or whatnot. So, looking forward to seeing another 104 people. Actually, I want to see more next time.
104 people. That was just for the free event.
Yeah, it was 104. I can't wait for when word gets around that, oh my god, it's not actually a sham.
Nope. And there were actually decent players there, too. It wasn't like scrubs or anything like that.
I mean, Midwest has always had really good players for this game.
Yep.
You know, we had the guy that wrote the old Cardfight Vanguard US blog was there. A lot of good players from the Indianapolis area that I recognized. A lot of good players from Ohio over there. Jonathan Gall came in, drove like 9 hours.
Yeah, 7, 8 hours.
We had a guy come down from Canada, drove 4 hours. Some guys made the drive from Pennsylvania, 6.5 hours. It's a very competitive event. So that's what we've been looking forward to, was having the chance to have something super competitive.
And everybody was nice. We all had fun, made friends, saw old friends. It was awesome.
There were not a lot of dicks there. It was extremely nice being able to talk to all my opponents. So, alright guys, I'm out. Peace.